to strike a bargain.
She's here. Even with her soul protect on, I can tell. That's her behind this door. Medusa.
Is someone there? I'm so thirsty. Maybe I could have a glass of water?
That witch. Medusa!
Oh, there's a little girl at the door. Is there something I can do for you?
You did this!
I don't understand what you mean. Whatever did I do?
It's because of you that Chrona's suffering so much!
Oh my, so Chrona's a friend of yours? Tell me, how's he doing?
How do you think he's doing, used like this by his own mother?
Oh, I've been very worried about him. He's always been such a fragile child, you see.
How could you do this to him? You call yourself a parent?
Do you think I could see Chrona? A mother shouldn't be separated from her child for so long.
Would you drop the act?
Of course, I'm not sure how he'll react, seeing me in such a sad state as this.
I told you, drop the act!
Calm down, Maka. Breathe. Let's get out of here. It's useless anyway. Talking to someone like her won't get you anywhere. Do you hear me, Medusa? You're gonna spend the rest of your life in that dark little cell. Enjoy, it's more than you deserve. Come on.
Sorry, children, but I'm afraid it's not going to end like this. Don't you agree?
Professor Stein.
The cards are cut. Medusa surrenders to the DWMA?
Yeah, now that was a bit of a shock, huh? We were all convinced that Medusa was dead, and then she waltzes up to the Academy and surrenders?
It's my fault. I was certain that Stein and I had finished her off for good in that battle.
Don't forget, we're dealing with a witch here. With them, anything's possible. And that's just the beginning. Medusa's no ordinary witch. We can't handle her using ordinary means.
Why did you come here?
To see you, of course.
Did you think they'd let you walk out of here whenever you want?
The world has begun to move, Stein. You feel it. I know you do. Besides, you know I'd never bet on something I wasn't guaranteed to win.
We'll see, won't we?
Are you feeling all right, Stein? Your voice is trembling a bit. I can hardly bear this, watching as the madness slowly consumes you.
Don't you have other things to worry about right now?
How could I not be worried? I need you. Are you ready to join me?
You aren't telling the whole truth. You must have had another motive besides talking to me.
You have to learn to free yourself from the rules. Otherwise, you'll never be saved. Come over to my side. Together, we'll make things happen. We'll see the dawn of a new world. It's time, Stein. You know that, don't you?
Terribly sorry. Am I interrupting? Get out of here, Stein. You know you shouldn't leave your lab right now. You're coming with me. Let's go.
Now where are you taking me? Let me guess, to an interrogation room? Well, am I right?
Please, mister. Why am I all tied up like this? My arms hurt and I can barely breathe.
Give it up. I'm not falling for it.
Oh? You talked to me, though, didn't you? So I won that round.
Pretty soon you're gonna be the one doing the talking. Now then, shall we get started?
Torture's a bad idea. Oh, you can do it, of course, but you should think carefully before hurting my body. Or didn't you realize that this body was borrowed?
Damn her. She's thought of everything, hasn't she? As a parent, you should show some sympathy. That child deserves her body back.
I only need it until my magic fully recovers. It's a loan. I'll give it back sometime.
Just when we thought you couldn't sink lower.
You might want to be more careful in how you speak to me. You don't even know what I've come here to offer. I could be the saving grace you need.
Oh, yeah?
I have certain information that could prove useful to the Academy.
Information?
Take me to the Reaper and we'll talk, otherwise you get nothing.
Don't be ridiculous. You're in no position to make demands. Anyway, you aren't exactly trustworthy. Why should we believe anything you have to say?
I was afraid it would come to this. If that's your attitude, I suppose I'll just have to make you believe.
I was good with a shovel back when I was alive, too. I was that kind of man. I don't mind all the digging, but what could Medusa be hiding here? This looks like brew.
We ran all the tests. This is the real brew.
She gave it to you in order to convince you to let her speak with me directly?
She's insisting on it. Apparently she wants to make a deal with us.
A deal, huh?
I've got no damn clue what that witch has up her sleeve. Why is she willing to give up brew to us this easily?
And how did she get her hands on it? There's a lot about this we don't understand.
I don't know what she's up to, but one thing we can count on. She wants to use us somehow.
I'm sure of that. At any rate, she's right. I do think I should speak with her in person.
Are you sure?
Yes. I want you to bring her here immediately. So?
Grim Reaper.
Yeah. You're enjoying yourself immensely, aren't you? Because of you, the world is now on the brink of total disaster.
That may be true, but I'd still like to show you my gratitude for speaking with me. Let's get to the point. First, there's the matter of these restraints. Perhaps you could remove them? They are quite uncomfortable, and surely with you standing right there, they aren't really necessary.
Don't play with me. If you wanted those restraints off, you could have removed them yourself a long time ago.
But it would be meaningless if I took them off myself.
Don't try anything. I won't think twice about ripping you apart. Lord Death, sir?
Oh, come on. After all she's done, she deserved at least one chop.
Okay.
The Reaper chop. That's the thing I hated most about the Academy. Even when I was the school nurse, I lived in fear of that chop. It's awful!
Come here. Now, what deal were you talking about?
My bloomers are showing. He's treating me like a child. I miscalculated. Excuse me, Reaper. Could you put me down?
Oh, bloomers, adorable! My Maka wore those when she was little. So sweet, little baby bloomers.
This is getting too weird. I need to get them to focus somehow. Now, if we could return to the topic we were discussing.
Here's a question. What do you think bloomers would look like on a grown woman?
It's been done. Centuries ago, they used to wear them all the time.
But if they did it now, wouldn't it be a bit creepy?
A philosophical discussion on women's underwear. That's enough! Stop it right now!
Oh,
Oh, we shouldn't talk about this in front of a lady.
That's not what I was concerned about!
Right. Now about this deal of yours.
Put me down right now!
Little bloomers again!
If you don't stop that, I'm going to kill you.
What's her problem? Can't you even take a little joke?
And it was expertly executed, too. Repetition is the foundation of humor.
3 times is best.
Absolutely, I agree.
However, since we were interrupted, we'll have to start from the beginning now.
Hey, where do you think you're going?
Oh, come back. I won't pick you up by the hood anymore.
Is that a promise? What do you say, Reaper? The conditions of the deal are fair. If anything, I think you're getting the better end of the bargain. What I'm offering is the answer to the question weighing heaviest on your mind right now.
We won't agree to a thing until we hear your conditions.
Fine. If you don't want to tell us, I'll pick you up by the hood again.
Hey, you promised!
Sweet adorable bloomers!
Quit that already, it's creepy! Just put me down. I'll explain the deal, but let me go! You honestly call yourselves adults? As for what I have to offer, will the Kishin's location do?
You're lying. We put all our effort into finding him, and we haven't uncovered a single trace.
Deathscythe has a point there. How can we be sure you aren't lying? Can you prove what you say is true?
No, I can't. At least, not while I still don't have your complete trust.
Is that so?
All right, then, give us the location. We'll check and see if it's true.
You can't really think I'd be stupid enough to do that.
Why not?
If I tell, what's your incentive to keep your end of the deal?
What is our end of the deal?
It's not that complicated, really. I want to be released from Academy custody immediately. I'll also expect you to guarantee my safety, of course.
That's all you want?
Yes, that's all of it.
Unfortunately, I don't believe that's a condition we can accept.
That's too bad. I suppose this means you'd rather live under the thumb of arachnophobia than let little old me go.
What's this?
What do you mean by that? Are you saying that arachnophobia and the Kishin are working together?
You'll know soon enough, won't you?
It's all right. As long as I'm here, nothing can hurt you. And I won't ever leave your side. I'll stay here and protect you from everything you fear. I promise I will keep you safe. Rest easy. It's all right. Mosquito.
Yes. Activating moral manipulation, right now.
What's that?
It looks like it's begun.
What's happening? What's begun? Please explain.
Arachne has allied herself with Ashura. She's harnessed his madness, and she hopes to spread it throughout the entire world.
Well, this is too bad for you, Medusa. Thanks to this, looks like the bargain's off.
Really? Why?
The madness wavelength he's giving off's huge. Locating the source of it won't be difficult at all.
I'm afraid you're wrong. That would be impossible.
Why is that?
Arachne has set up those relay stations to bounce the wavelength all over the world. There's no way to tell for sure which one of them is the ultimate source. You can investigate them one by one, but unless you get lucky, you'll be too late. You've heard my conditions, Reaper. What now? Do we have a deal?
I'll need a moment. There's a lot in this deal I have to consider. It's clear what Medusa is trying to do. She wants to instigate a battle between her two rivals, Arachnophobia and the DWMA. She knows that if that happens, all I can do is sit here and watch the fight. I can't leave Death City.
That sounds like something she'd plan, all right.
Whatever the case, if we let things stand as they are now, it would mean disaster.
So what are we supposed to do?
That's what I'm trying to decide. Do we use her information to wipe out Ashra and Arachne both at the same time? Or do we take this opportunity to eliminate Medusa once and for all?
It's going to be okay. They'd be insane to turn down the offer I just made them. It's a simple decision. I've won. I know it. But if I'm wrong, what will they do? They're here.
Medusa. You're free to go.
What's happening? Something wrong?
Come here, Maka. Of all people, I think you should see what's happening down there. You'll understand.
Excuse me? Coming through, please. Medusa!
Hey, what the hell's going on here?
I don't know the details, but right now, it seems the Academy has made a deal with Medusa.
But why?
That's something I'd be very interested to know, too.
Don't worry about it, Maka. This isn't the last we'll see of her. We still have plenty of time. Just wait for it. I'm gonna beat the crap out of her. And you'll get your chance at her, too. I'll let you land one on her face.
Deal? What is my dad thinking?
Why are they letting her go? It's wrong!
Well done. Well done, Reaper. You and your Academy are now my pawns.
Stein? What? Are you sitting here in the dark? Stein? Stein? Stein!
And on that night, Professor Stein disappeared.